can take a lot of learnings from the international space and land them here. Like, I'll just say like National Apprenticeship Week was like one of those things we took and stole from England, plopped it here, and it's been an amazing success. Intermediaries are like another idea that we stole from Switzerland, that industries have got to lead this, and we plopped them here in the United States. It's been like a tremendous success to have intermediaries being out selling and designing apprenticeship programs. But I think like for states, they've got to have, incredibly bespoke programs. So Utah's not going to look like Maryland, and Maryland's not going to look like Arkansas. But, I think a few places and states and things can reliably work. One item one policy that we're seeing states invest in that, especially Iowa has been out front, is around a pay for apprenticeship model, where you tie education dollars in apprenticeship to an individual, support the employer, support the intermediary, that ultimately helps tie them to work, retention, and ultimately gainful employment. We're seeing apprenticeship degrees, speaking of kind of ways in which
open classrooms.
We tackle the teacher issue. Reach University is now this tremendous disruptor in teaching apprenticeships because they can deliver them at $900 a year to the participant. I mean, talk about blowing up the model of like investing $100,000 to make $50,000 as a teacher. Reach is doing that. I think that's incredibly important in the way we shape some of these jobs that are hard to fill. And then, I said earlier, funding for intermediaries seems to be working. We're seeing some taking off of the gas at the national level. We're still seeing states find this to be an incredibly important way that we deliver apprenticeships, because you're not going to go talk to, no offense, if I were an industry, if I'm running a company, I'm not going to go to the state to tell me about how I should run my apprenticeship. I'm going to go to my local industry or the union or the local college to help me do that. I'm going to build that relationship there. And then, I think, another area that we're still figuring out is this braided funding. I think it's still a challenge where states are thinking about how do we use WIOA, career and technical education, VA benefits, all of these to help employers get apprenticeships off the ground. I still think that's very much in the works, just because we don't have a clear single stream of funding that's really supporting apprenticeships on the ground in the way that they ought to be, in the way that we're going to get to scale at 4 million.